Hey, beautiful people. Dr. Eve here. Hope all is well. Welcome to another Living Well is a Lifestyle vlog. Y'all, your girl took a hit this morning. Um, I don't know how many of you saw it, but I hit the deck. The devil was big mad this morning. He was big mad this morning. And I just want to say thank you to those who reached out to me to, check on me, to make sure that I was okay. Um, because I took a chin first, face first fall. I hit the deck, and I mean, I hit it hard. And I am so grateful right now because I still have my teeth and that gun did not go off because I carry a weapon with me for the stupid one who might want to try. Okay. So, um, thank you to everybody who reached out to see if I was okay, and I am fine. I'm a little sore. I can't eat much right now, but that's okay. The body still heals. I am sipping on some CLOVE. For those of you who don't know, I did get some pretty bad bruises, as you can see on my nose, um, under my chin. I had to put a band-aid on it to keep the bleed, to help the bleeding stop. Looks like we might be getting ready to get some more rain. Yeah, we didn't have so much rain the last couple of days. I felt like I walked out into a sauna, but I am grateful that mm, things are healthy and looking good. So, anyway, back to this live video. Um, So my gums are really, really sore because my teeth went through my gums. Like it went through my lip, like down in there. And I still have my teeth, so I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I got up grateful. I got up off that ground grateful. You hear me? The devil is big mad. And why would he be so angry with me? Because I was proclaiming victory. I was proclaiming a miracle. I was proclaiming that lives be turned around. I was proclaiming that disease be gone in people's lives. Okay, I was proclaiming that it would never be my portion. I was proclaiming that my body was God's and not man's and not the enemy's. I was proclaiming some things, and in an instance, the the enemy formed, right? But it did not prosper because in that moment that I fell, I was so grateful because again, my weapon didn't go off. It was on safety, so it could things could have been so bad, right? Like things could have went the other way. And I am truly honor God in everything that he be glorified in the message that I was sharing, and I left it up. I left the message up. I left the fall up. It don't matter because over here in my space, we are authentic, and I'm not taking it down. I'm not taking it down because I believe people should be able to see you persevere through something. Because baby, I had to fight back today. I had to fight that enemy and say, I'm going to get communion anyway. Because I was out. Let me just tell you, reel it back for you. So, for those of you who did not see the fall this morning, I was out there early this morning, 7 a.m., because I knew I had church and there was communion and I wanted to be in the house. But I wanted to make sure I stuck to what my commitment was, my commitment to my body being a living sacrifice to God, and that it doesn't belong to me, and that I have to do this good work that I believe in because I got the faith that he will heal and turn things around. And so I got out there, and during that time I was encouraging people, about how committed are you? Like how determined are you to be obedient to what God calls you to do? And so I was demonstrating, as I do all the time, you know, being a model of what God expects from us, right? And I fell and it hurt. And I fell, when I say I fell, my body took the fall, but it doesn't hurt. My face hit the fall. My face hit the ground, right? And so it could have been so much worse. I could have walked away with so many bruises. I could have walked away, I don't know, because like I said, I had my weapon on me, and it was in safety mode, so it didn't go off. I just thank God today. I thank God because as soon as it happened, immediately the enemy shot arrows to my mind that I wasn't going to make it to church. That's how crafty he is. He shot arrows to my mind saying that I was not going to make it to church. And in an instant, I rebelled against him. I was like, no, wait, that's not how this is going to be. And I got up off of that ground and I moved on. I left it up. I showed y'all what happened. I thanked y'all for being there. I got off that live and I went home and I broke record time. My walk this morning was record time because that was the goal, to be able to have the time to get ready for church, to make it to communion on time, and all of the things. And I bust my face, right? So, long story short of it, you have to be determined to make it. You have to prove the devil wrong, and that's exactly what I did. I was so blessed to be in the house this morning, so blessed to take communion. But you can take communion anytime, which is why I tell people you can buy and take communion every single day of your absolute life, which encourages me even all the more to make sure that I pull out my communion every day, because in an instance, the enemy can wipe you out, right? Because the Father says, for as often as you eat of my body and you drink of my blood, you proclaim, you proclaim, right, that he is God. That's not the exact word, so I'm gonna come back and I'll tell you exactly what that scripture is, because I don't like to add nothing to it, take nothing away. But he said take it often. You don't have to wait. All right, you can take it real often, every day if you want to. Mm, so sore. All right, but I made it to church. I had a beautiful time. I think the enemy wanted to truly just to silence my voice, but I thank God. I thank God for his goodness and his mercy that follows me. His goodness and his mercy that follows me. Okay? I would show y'all this, but it is so deep. It's like literally down here where this band-aid is. It's almost like my teeth went through my skin down there. That's all. So if you ever get an injury, because y'all know all things healthy over here, right? All things living well. If you ever get an internal gum injury, the thing to do is take clove, right? I'm sipping on some clove tea because clove has a compound in it called eugenol. And that eugenol will not only soothe, but it will comfort, it will relieve the pain that you might be experiencing. And so I'm sipping on a cup of clove. If you ever have a toothache, all the things. And so I keep a jar of this already made. It's already made in my medicine, in my apothecary. So when this happened, when I said, God, I have a little bit of a headache, I have a little bit of soreness in here, and as you can see, I have a big old bruise right here and on my jaw. I really took a hit. My nose, but that's okay. The enemy wanted to stop me, but I am back. I am back to say thank you, God, for your grace and mercy that followed me this morning. because I could not be here to tell the story if things had gone the other way. So I honor him, and I hope that God will be honored in my testimony. I hope that he will be honored in my boldness to stand up and proclaim Jesus Christ is Lord, okay? So, anyway, that's really what I came to say. Thank you to those who stopped by. I am taking a little bit of a break today just to rest, because I took a fall. I didn't hit my head, but I might as well because I hit some things, that were attached to my head. Like this, you ever hear that phrase? You took it on the chin. Mm. Oh, I really took it on the chin, y'all, because I need to see. I want to see actually. I put this band-aid up there before I went to church because it was still bleeding, and there it is, y'all. It hurts, and it's still sore. So I'm probably going to just go put some more peroxide on it and a new band-aid and clean it out because it's definitely a wound and a big old opening. So anyway, let some air get to it. It'll probably scab over. But I'm gonna clean it. Go clean it. Put some A&D ointment on it. And but as for the internal side of it, if you ever get an injury like this, drink you some clove. Drink you some clove. Let it swish around. It will relieve the pain. I am so grateful to still have my teeth. You hear me? Like I said, I'm grateful to have my teeth because if something like that had happened, can you imagine your front teeth are gone and the very thing God told you to do was speak now the words that he speak now what he tells you to speak, and now you don't have no teeth in the front, and you don't want to talk to nobody with no teeth in the front. I'm so glad God spared my teeth. I'm so glad he spared my teeth. You hear me? Anyway, y'all, I need to get off and go rest. I'm gonna take some Tylenol with some painkiller, and I got this eugenol to rinse my mouth out, but I do think I need. Ooh, I got some liquid painkiller in there though. I need to probably take some of that wild lettuce. I have a wild lettuce tincture that is better than any pain medicine you could ever take. Why? Because over here we believe in growing the medicine that we need, right? And it's out here. So anyway, I'm hungry. I think I'm gonna go grab some soup or maybe a smoothie because I don't think I could do too much chewing today because it's everything is sore. Anyway, thanks again, people. I love y'all with the love of Christ. If you are interested in persevering through whatever it is, whatever stronghold that the enemy has on your life, stay right here because we coming for him. We are going to proclaim our health. And not only are we going to proclaim those things, but we are going to have the faith to do the work. because we can proclaim it, mm, but you have to have the faith and do the work so that he can pull you through the finish line. My God, I'm closing my mouth. I gotta go. Peace and blessings to you all. I'm so glad you love the Lord. Stay up under his wings. He's a mighty good God. And his grace and his mercy follows you all the days of your life. It's sore because I took a fall this morning when I was walking. Bye. Bye, everyone. Till next time. Bye for now.